Hi guys, John here with another quick installment of my video blog. Today I really wanted to chime in personally on this whole Roman Polanski thing and everything that's going on. First of all, let me say this. Roman Polanski is a fantastic filmmaker. Chinatown, Rosemary's Baby, The Pianist, and the plethora of his other films. He's a wonderful director. And I don't think anything that happens outside of his filmmaking is a reflection of his filmmaking. I think he's a terrific filmmaker, and nothing changes that. He is a great filmmaker. Now, let me go into this a little bit. It is a classic tactic in debate. And debate is one of the things I'm actually pretty good at. I'm not good at much, but it's one of the things I'm pretty good at. But there's a classic tactic in debate that goes something like this. If you are in a position that is unwinnable in a debate, then your best option, the best tactic, and what people will sometimes try to do, is then shift the focus of the debate to something unrelated, and essentially change topics. So, for instance, if you are in a debate over a car, and the car is broken down, and you're in a debate that the car is broken down, and the guy can't debate that the car isn't running, the car is broken, he can't win that argument. What he might then try to do is subtly change focus to something else. Maybe he wants to start talking about the history of the car. Maybe he'll start talking about previous owners of the car and suddenly make a debate about the previous owners of the car when the real issue is, does the car run right now? I have been watching this play out, this tactic, from people who try to defend Roman Polanski. Let's get the facts straight. Here are the undisputed facts. Roman Polanski boozed up, drugged, raped, sodomized a child. Roman Polanski drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl. That is not up for debate. That is not in dispute. Roman Polanski drugged, boozed up, sodomized, raped a 13-year-old girl. That's the issue. That is what is at hand. And what I have seen over not only the past couple of days, but especially in the last couple of days as it's all come up again, but over the last long period of time, is people who want to defend Polanski, whether because they're film fans or maybe they're child pedophiles themselves. I'm being facetious about that. Maybe because they're fans of his or whatever, is trying to take the argument off those facts. Because when you just look at those facts, there's no argument to be had. That's it. It's the end of the discussion. But what I've seen is people taking that and trying to make the debate about something else. I've seen people try to make the debate about, well, what was that little girl's mother doing? How could that little girl's mother let her go into that house knowing this could be a possibility? Hey, that may be true. But it doesn't change. Roman Polanski drugged, sodomized, raped a child. Doesn't change that. Some people want to make the issue, say, well, what about the documentary? A very good documentary made about the whole Polanski situation. Say, well, they want to make the issue about the judge in the case. Well, the judge went back and forth and he was screwed up and he did this. Roman Polanski drugged, sodomized, raped a 13-year-old child. Some people want to talk about, well, look at poor Roman Polanski's life. And hey, look, Polanski's had some tragedy in his life that I wouldn't wish on anybody. His wife gets murdered. He said, well, Roman Polanski, his wife gets murdered and blah, 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 blah. Roman Polanski drugged, sodomized, raped a 13-year-old girl. Now look, if Polanski's crime was breaking into prison, finding some of the people responsible for the death of his wife or his other family history, the Holocaust and all that kind of stuff, and raped them, I probably wouldn't have an issue with this. Roman Polanski drugged, sodomized, raped a 13-year-old child. He is a child rapist. That's what he is. Now, some people are saying, well, now that this whole thing's come up again, they're saying, well, isn't this kind of beating a dead horse? I mean, it happened so many years ago, isn't it beating a dead horse? It's an interesting analogy, saying, isn't this beating a dead horse? Because the pussy little bitch coward horse ran away before he got his comeuppance. Before we could, quote-unquote, kill it. This ain't a dead horse. Because the little pussy bitch coward horse got on a plane and ran away. The rapist, the child rapist, ran away. Some people want to make the debate about, the victim, who's now 45 years old, I believe, is saying, look, I just want to let this thing go. And hey, look, rape is primarily a crime against the victim. It is. Primarily, first and foremost, it is a crime against the victim. But a crime like rape, child rape, is also a crime against our society. It is a crime. I, as a member of our society, do not accept an adult man drugging, sodomizing, and raping a child. I do not accept that happening in my society. And I do not accept letting that person get away with it. I do not accept a pussy little bitch coward getting on a plane, running to Europe, and because he makes great movies, we go, well, he had a tragic past. It's been 30 years. The judge was wacko. The mother shouldn't have let. He drugged and sodomized and raped a 13-year-old child, and how the fuck is anybody defending him? How is anybody in this culture and society, how does anybody defend or write letters or sign petitions that say, oh, let it go. Let it go. Let the child rapist off. It's important to understand here. Look, I am a firm believer in somebody paying their debt to society, and when their debt to society is paid, to let them start fresh. I'm a firm believer in that. I really, really am. But this issue is not a dead horse. The pussy bitch coward horse ran away. He spit in the face of our society. He spit in the face of justice. Not just by bring it back to the facts. Remember, I know I'm repeating this over and over again, but this is what it's about. He drugged and sodomized and raped a child. And I will never understand. Ever understand. Look, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And if you have the opinion that Roman Polanski should be let off scot-free, you have the right to that opinion. And, more power to you. I am simply saying I will never understand it. I will never understand how anybody will have that opinion. This dude should be arrested, brought back, and put back in jail for whatever period of time the courts deem fit. And once that's done, it's a dead horse. Once that's done, let him out, let him win 15 more Oscars, let him do whatever he wants. Once his debt to society is paid, it has not been. And I am just flabbergasted, absolutely flabbergasted, that there are people out there defending Roman Polanski. A great filmmaker. I wish he just turned himself in 20 years ago and this whole thing would be gone. This whole issue would be gone. But the pussy little bitch coward raped a little girl and then ran away. And I'm sorry. If this was a 25-year-old, if this was a story of a 25-year-old black male who went into some white family's house and raped a 13-year-old girl, nobody would be talking about how we should just let it go. Nobody. This is a famous filmmaker, and he's getting this treatment from a lot of people because he's a famous filmmaker, period. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. Like I said, I mean, no offense to anybody if you have a different opinion. I'm simply telling you, I'll never understand why you have a different opinion on this. Anyway, just my input. I could be wrong, as in everything else in life. For the Movie Blog, I'm John Campea.